Hello and welcome to Trading Within the Box, 9/26 September 26th here, 11:25 a.m. And we're going to go over some of the last group of stocks that we went over about 4 days ago. Okay, so first of all, this is not a recommendation to buy, hold, sell, or no solicitation to buy any equities, options, or futures or forex or anything in the stock market. This is an educational video only. If you'd like to purchase stocks, please contact a licensed professional or the brokerage house of your choice, and they will help you there. Okay, so let's go over this. We're going to go over some of the stocks that we had gone through beforehand. Okay, so Microsoft. Let's go over Microsoft first. Okay, so here's Microsoft. Okay, so we're at a major support level. Okay, so I drew this box right here. So we're at a major support level right now. Okay, let's see what happens. Now, when we move over to a 2-hour chart, what do we see? Okay, we see no buyers. Okay, no buyers right there. Okay, we're at a major support line, but what? We don't see anything. We had a large volume stick right in that area. Okay, we're below the 20-day moving average, so we're still short. Okay, we're still down short. Okay, now you can see where they shorted this every time it came back. Okay, so right here obviously was a big, huge block seller. Okay, so we're off to the races. We come to support, okay, right underneath here. So you could draw an imaginary line right there. Okay, you know it's gonna come off the support and then bang, retest with absolutely nothing, and then boom. Okay, we come down again, come all the way down, come back up, right in this area. We get a large exchange of money in this spot right here, and then boom, we come back down. Now we draw a box where the support area is. We get the break step, okay, right there. Okay, we get a sideways consolidation, and then boom, another step down. Now we're at support again, okay? We have a lot of sellers, okay, on Microsoft. So right now we're still short on Microsoft, let's say, okay? If this is your stock, okay? But be careful because you are at support and there's going to be some covering coming, okay? There will be covering on Microsoft, okay? That's what they do, to take their profits. Because in this market, we bounce all over the place. Look how when it went up, okay, how they kept taking the profits. They took the profit, and then ultimately took it there. And then boom, we got the big block seller right there, okay? So on Microsoft, we're at a major, crucial support level. Let's see if they dump this past this level, okay? Let's see if we're going to head down to 309.22. Right now, 311.19, and they are selling right here. Let's see. That could change, though. That could change. We can get a capitulation here. Let's see what happens, okay? Let's see what they do. Okay, right as of now, at this point in the day, we're going lower, okay? So that's on Microsoft, okay? Let's go to Aapl, because Aapl we were working with. Remember, we had the bottoming here, okay? Now, we're still at this level, but we have a little bit of a break step pattern, okay? Let's see if we go to 170.91. Right now, we're 172.72, and then let's see if we test the 168.72 area, okay? Let's see what they're going to do here. Now, let's go to a weekly chart on Aapl. I want to show you something that we were looking at over the week here, okay? And this is not a good situation, okay? We had a lot of on the week of September 11th. We came down with almost 404 million shares, okay? Now we were going into that with 261 on the week of August 14th. So we know that could take that out, because look at the quality of that volume coming down. Okay, so we could get down into the 166.62. If we get down into this 166.62, we're going to get a major bounce at that point. Okay, let's see here actually what's going on. Okay, so this is right now short. We wanted to see if we were going to base with a double bottom here on the daily chart a few days ago, because we're basing. Did you see how we're down here? We could revisit it. We bounced. And then we bounced again. When I said we were coming down to that point again, we did bounce. But it was short-lived and very weak. And when it came down, look how we came down. When we came down with 63 million shares and 58, okay, we bounced with 46, okay? So we bounced with low volume, okay? Right now, today, we're at We're at almost 24 million shares, and it's only 11:30 in the morning, okay? So let's see what they do if they take this out. Now, when you look at the 45-minute chart, okay, let's go over to the 45-minute chart, and what do we see? We're at support area, okay? We're at a support area. Okay, let's see what's going to happen at that point. If we get a little bit of a bounce, let's say we get a little bit of a bounce here, we come back, and then boom, we head down to 170.28. Okay, that would be the next stop on the 45-minute chart. That would be an intraday short, okay? Now, as you look at it, really here we had a lot of selling coming down on this morning, okay? So we had, and then if you look at the pre-market, which was right here, right in this area, right here, what were they doing? They were selling this in the pre-market. See it underneath the moving average? And then boom, right there. They started their short right there. Then at the opening, bam. Actually, right before the opening, bam. Okay? So let's see right now on Aapl. Let's go to 2-hour chart. And obviously, we're at support on a 2-hour chart. So when you were short here at 175.10 and let's say you were down to 172.57, the profits need to be taken there, okay? Because this market can bounce you all over the place, okay? So that's why profits need to be taken quick, okay? And those are intraday trades, okay? Some people could stomach the losses and the bounce backs, and some people can't. And it's a personality of trading of what does it for you, okay? Is that your personality? You could stay in and just stomach it, and some people can't. Some people have to take those profits. Sell at the resistance, okay, and cover at the support area, okay? Now, in Caterpillar, let's look at Caterpillar, okay? Caterpillar, on August 23rd, we came down, that is a daily chart, we came down 1.43 million shares, okay? Now, we were coming into this area with 2.27 million shares, okay? So now it's drying up a little bit at support. So let's see what they're going to do. Right now, still short, okay, because you're under the moving average here. Okay, let's see on a 2-hour chart, okay? Now, on a 2-hour chart, still short, okay? But we're at support, so you got to be careful here. At support right there. See how it's basing? See, trading within the box right there, but no buyers. Okay, no buyers as we look. This was a covering, and look as we were coming down, the sellers, look how high, and then look at the buyers down here, okay? And look at that, okay? So this is something that you want to continue to keep watching on Caterpillar. Let's see if it bases, and then we get a little bit of covering, okay? You do have a little covering because you're coming into support here on Caterpillar, okay? Now, on the Caterpillar could bounce up. Okay, you're at support. Caterpillar could bounce up to this area and then fail. And then either stop and then we get going back up again. We get relative strength. But the problem is this. We have no volume, okay? So when we have no volume, there's no action, okay? So this is all about, not all about 100%, but I'm really one of those guys who looks at volume really, really a lot, okay? I use volume a lot in the trading, okay? So on Costco, this is no surprise, okay? On Costco, on September 15th, we came down right here with 2.945 million shares. Now, when we tested it up at 1.14 and a million, and then we went up with it on September 20th at 1.3 million shares. We were going into 3 million shares here, okay? So that's like less than half. Boom, slammed right into the resistance area with low volume. And what were they going to do? They're going to pound it, okay? But what do they do? Now, Costco's a strong stock, okay? Now, you have earnings, okay, today, okay, on Costco. So let's see what they do after the earnings. Do they drop this? Okay, do they drop this or do they hold this, okay? And now on Costco, that's why I wanted to go over this because of the earnings. Okay, right here, you're at support. Do you get the W, and then you get the engulfing, and then we start heading up again. And then we'll see what kind of volume we're going to go into this swing point with, okay? Are we going to come into that 1.3 million with 3 million shares, and boom, we're going to blow it away? Or we're going to trade within the box again, right there, and that's your box, right there. You're at support. Now, if they get bad earnings or things don't look right, boom, they're going to drop it, okay? So now, go to 2-hour chart, okay? Now, at the 2-hour chart, you have a little bit of covering here, okay? You can see the volume with the covering, okay? They're covering the shorts, okay? Right there, and you're at support, okay? So that's something that you want to take a look at, okay? Here we go. So let's go over to the UNH. We were going over UNH the other day. Remember what I said about UNH? Okay, we were around this area right here at around $500, $502. Okay, so we came all the way up to 510. Okay, so I told you that we had strength here with UNH. Now, of course, you're going to pull back. Why are you pulling back? They don't go straight up every day. That would be too easy, right? So what happens? You're at a major resistance area. Now you're going to pull back, okay? Now, when you pull back, if you pull back with no volume, which you're pulling back right now with very light volume, let's see if we hold and then we come back, okay? This moving average catches up a little bit. This one catches up. We come back and we get support at 501.39. Now you get that discount again, okay? You get that light volume coming back, and then boom, we get head up. Now, we have to have really good volume coming into these areas. Now, remember what I said about going into these swing points, okay? On July 26th, we had 3.69 million shares, okay? So that's a major swing point right there, okay? And then we had one right here, 2.12 million shares, okay, and 3.6. So when we came up, we had 4.7 coming into this area, 4.6, okay? So we could pull back and then recock, and then boom, we could blow these away, this area, right? Let's see. Okay, the first attempt, it failed, okay? Failed with lighter volume. So then our price target could be 526 in that range. Right now we're at 505, okay? So it had beautiful relative strength, and this was a beauty right here, okay? Coming off, and then you can see right here, coming off support, W formation, capitulation candlestick, came back up, retested it with lighter volume right there. See it? Right there. Okay? And then boom, the monster engulfing with the nice increasing volume, and then boom, right into resistance, and then the profit's taken. Okay? So the profit taken right there, okay, and then right now we're pulling back with the lighter volume. Okay, let's see how far they take this back. I want to see how far they're going to take this back, or they're going to hold this. Okay, we had a lot of volume right in this area, okay, on a 2-hour chart, which, okay, was at September 23rd, okay, right at the close. 2 hours before the close, okay? So that's something that we're going to have to keep watching as it pulls back with lighter volume, okay? Now, on Goldman Sachs, let's just go over to Goldman Sachs really quick, because this is one we've been watching for a while, okay? And we got in, okay? And then, obviously, when you get a gift like this, with that W formation with the engulfing right there, and that's where we got in, okay, we're right around here, okay, we sold off, okay, right around here, where this line was, okay, we didn't get this. But then we come back, we get the M formation, and we're the engulfing down, okay, we got the engulfing down. Now, I want to watch Goldman Sachs because I want to see what they're going to do here. I want to see what they're going to do here, okay. We're at a crucial point, we get a crucial discount, okay. So we were up here at 346. Right now we're at 324.56. Now we have a break step pattern again here, okay? We're a break step pattern. So we don't have buyers here. As we went up with what? Nobody, okay? Come back, break step. So it could be heading to 321.49 right now, okay? That's something that you want to look at as we go into this spot right here. Now, there was a major buy area down in this area, okay? Now, let's see if it goes down to the bottom of the range here, okay? And see what they do at that point. Right now, the buyers are very dried up still, and we still have sellers. But as you look at it, sellers here, and sellers here. So the sellers are diminishing a little bit. Let's see how that pans out. Okay, so let's go to 45-minute chart. And, of course, we look at the sellers here, okay, as we came down. Look at there, and now look at here, and look at this, okay? You see how we get that little divergence. We get a divergence in selling a little as we're coming to a major support line, and that's something you want to put on your list, okay? So that's something that you want to keep looking at. Now, gold miners, you got GDX, okay? Let's go over to GDX here, and GDX breaks the support area, okay? So now GDX, we're into the gap already, the bottom range of the gap from this August 22nd and 23rd area, okay? So let's look at the 2-hour chart and let's see. We're following this down. Some people are short, some people are following it back, okay? We're following it back. Now, we had a little covering here, slightly, okay? And we come back with smaller amounts of sellers here, okay? See them here, see the monster right there as I got out, okay? So we got a little bit of that selling tapering off, okay? As we're coming down, let's keep watching, okay? Some people are short, okay? So now Home Depot with the monster short here is now basing right into this area at the 304.64. Okay, so right in that spot there, okay, right into the demand area. So this is something that now on Home Depot, you know, all these people that are shorting the heck out of this, they have to cover their shorts. So you could get a nice little bounce to 312, 311, 312 area, 313, okay? You could. Right now you're at 304.36, okay? How we're going to know is we're going to go to, obviously, like we always do. We're still short, okay, let's say here, okay? We're still short. Breaks that pattern, okay? Come back down. We break down lower. Now, watch this, okay? I want to show you something to keep an eye as you're coming down again. Now, this is the 2-hour chart here, okay? Look at the 2-hour chart. Look at your sellers now, okay? You got a little bit of a divergence here, okay, now. As you're coming down into that area, you're basing a little bit. So your sellers are drying up slightly. Let's go to 45-minute chart. And as the great Richard Dawson used to say years ago, survey says, what does the survey say, okay? Look how the sellers, when you came down, look at them on the foot. You can see that we're magnifying this, okay? Look at this on Home Depot. Okay, look at here, here, and then here, and now here, okay? You're going down in volume, okay? So these are clues as we're approaching a support area, okay? Now, we don't have anything yet. We don't have a bounce or anything yet, but we could be coming to a soft landing here, okay? And the stronger they come down, like that, where they didn't cover at all for how many days? Let's say 6 days or almost 7 straight days. Let's say 6 straight days of coming down. They got to cover. And if they cover, we're going to get a nice little bounce here, okay? And that could be a nice little trade right there, okay? Now, if we break, we could hold, and we get another break step pattern. Then we're heading down to 296.36, possibly. And possibly because nobody has a crystal ball, okay? Amgn, let's go over to Amgn right now. And Amgn, now the thing with Amgn was when we came up to the resistance area, we came back, but we held the 9-day moving average so far, okay? This was one of those strong stocks that we had, okay? We've been going over this for a while on Amgn, okay? This was right back here in this area, okay? And right when it broke above, and then it held, and then bam, and then we had the monster. Look at the monster buyer right there. The monster buyers right there, okay? And then look at that monster. And then you came back in, and when you passed the gap area, you came back into that monster candlestick. You held, and then you started going reversing, okay? Okay. So that's what happened there, okay?